This is Tyrese Haliburton. He's not just the breakout star of the 2025 NBA playoffs. He is the 2025 playoffs.
Got the ball. Haliburton rises up. My goodness.
It's surreal. What he's currently doing, I've never seen anything like it. But here's the crazy part. Up until just a month ago, the NBA was disrespecting him like he didn't even matter.
I might want to come to Indy.
Come on, let's make a move.
Never in my life. I want to retire.
He was literally voted the most overrated player in the league, left off the All-Star team, and ESPN even ran a segment questioning whether he was really a superstar.
Haliburton being a superstar, right? I'm like, yo, he's a damn good player. He's not.
Why does the league keep clowning this guy? Personally, I think he's making the 2025 NBA playoffs must-watch television. So it blows my mind. How does someone this talented keep getting disrespected? Did something happen behind the scenes that we just don't know about? That's what we're about to unpack. You know how I've made this year's playoffs way more fun to watch? By trading on Kalshi. Now that we're in the finals, every moment feels bigger, and trading on each game just adds that extra layer of intensity. Think OKC's gonna take it? Or will the Pacers pull it off? Just pick your side. Click OKC or click Pacers. That's it. It's fast, simple, and here's the crazy part. Kalshi is legal in all 50 states. This is the only place where you can legally trade on real-world events like this. And I've been using it throughout the playoffs. Sometimes to go with my gut, other times just to see what the market thinks. Because when people are putting real money on the line, that's when it gets real. Forget the polls. This is what people actually believe. And it's not just sports. Kalshi has markets on almost everything. Politics, movies, music, crypto, sports, and more. So if you're ready to level up how you watch the game, use my link in the description. Because the first 500 traders who trade 100 contracts will get a free $10 credit. Yup, free, no strings attached. So, if you're watching the finals like me, why not make it even more exciting? Check out the link in the description to get started. By now, we've all seen Tyrese Haliburton's shot mechanics. So let's not kid ourselves. He doesn't exactly have the prettiest release.
Yeah, man, shot always.
It works, no doubt about that. His shooting percentages back that up. But when you watch it, you kind of pause and go, wait, what was that?
No, just do your job.
What's my job?
Let me show you.
It's not the ugliest shot. We've seen some pretty hideous jumpers over the years. But compared to someone like Steph or Clay, Haliburton's just doesn't look quite right. And in the NBA, especially if you're a superstar, people will start making jokes, which affects perception, which plays a big role in why Haliburton gets disrespected. But it's not just about the shot. Tyrese is a little goofy too. I mean, the guy's out here making TikToks and doing WWE appearances with Logan Paul. Personally, I think it's awesome. But let's be real. The NBA is filled with tatted up dudes who carry themselves like alphas. Not all of them are going to vibe with that energy. And if that wasn't enough, the man somehow has two different voices.
I think for the more casual basketball fan, it wasn't necessarily appealing. You know, like post-basketball is not appealing.
Here, listen to this one too.
I'm not mad at that. Like, I don't care. I did not care. But some guys on our team took exception to it. They were a little frustrated about it. Like,
you have two different voices.
I do. People say that all the time.
Did you hear? I didn't know if it was our microphone.
And let's be honest, copying other players' signature taunts, it comes off a little corny. All of this that I've been talking about plays into how he's perceived around the league. So think about it. No hooper wants to admit that this guy might actually be better than them. Then when you look into his numbers, they're solid and impressive, but not scary. Nobody's NBA player's ego is letting them say, that first pass dude with 18 a game is better than me. Then to add to it, they probably feel his rise is more of a product of the system than his personal abilities. More fit than force. Like Steve Nash in a sense, and how people question his MVP status.
Coach Reggie, was he true MVP or was he a sympathy MVP?
Then, on top of everything I've already said, he isn't exactly the type of player who will cook you in one-on-one plays like a Kyrie or a Luka. Honestly, a lot of guys in the league probably feel like they could take Haliburton in a game of singles. But yet, he's making $200 million and leading a franchise. He's earning more money than most of us ever will and getting more attention than they ever have. So of course the NBA is going to question it. Of course they're going to call him overrated. Perception matters. A lot. In the NBA, being a great hooper isn't always enough. If people perceive you the wrong way, you'll get clowned, called overrated, no matter how good you are. Take Jason Tatum, for example.
What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now?
He's easily one of the top talents in the league. Top 10 at worst, maybe even top 5. He's won a ring, he's done everything you're supposed to do. But because of his personality, how he carries himself, how he chooses to present his image, people disrespect him. Another example, Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer with a smooth jumper, legit skill, and by all accounts, a stand-up guy off the court. We're talking all-star, all-NBA, no doubt about the talent. But because of his personality, the way he carries himself, the image he puts out, people constantly disrespect him.
There's nothing he can do. He's built like a whole bitch. He's built like a female.
Now, flip that coin. Look at someone like Patrick Beverley. I'm not saying he wasn't a solid player, but let's be real. His perception made him look better than he actually was. He was loud, physical, he'd get into scuffles, even chuck the ball into the audience. And that energy made people think he was a lot better than he actually was. Teams kept giving him contracts, and heck, even LeBron bought into the hype and brought him to the Lakers. But here's a takeaway. In this league, and honestly in life, it's not just about how good you are at what you do. It's about how people see you. Because if your perception is off, people will call you overrated. They'll say you're soft. They'll make jokes. They'll downplay your success. So shaping your perception, that's incredibly important. We've all heard it. Who's the next Steph Curry? At one point, people said it was Trae Young. Then it was Jordan Poole. Then insert random hot name of the week. But honestly, at this point, it might be Tyrese Haliburton. Now, hold on. I'm not talking about the shot. Because let's be real, there is zero comparison between Tyrese's jumper and Steph's. So don't come at me in the comments saying, bro just compared Haliburton to Steph. Delusional. This isn't about shooting form. It's about leadership. In a lot of ways, Tyrese's leadership mirrors Steph's. The way he rallies his squad, the way people want to play for him, the way he knows how to bring the best out of everyone around him, without ego, without drama. And that's why the Sacramento Kings should have been investigated for basketball negligence. I mean, they traded him. And it's not like he was bad on the Kings. He was already balling. But they gave him up anyway. Honestly, it's not just about Haliburton. The Kings should be forced to sell the team based on their recent decisions alone. Like, how does this keep happening? How do teams, with all their scouts, data, and salaries, keep getting this stuff wrong? They pay the wrong guys, and they ship out the right ones. Honestly, at this point, I feel like ChatGPT could run some of these front offices better than the people actually doing it. And here's the scary truth that nobody's really talking about. Tyrese might be the king of the East for the next few years. Yes, I said that. Tyrese Haliburton, voted the most overrated player in the league, might just be the new king of the East for years to come. Think I'm crazy? Just look at the landscape. Milwaukee's window has closed. Dame's dealing with an Achilles injury, and when he comes back, he'll be 35, eating up $50 million a year in cap space. That's not exactly a recipe for a title run. As for Boston, Tatum suffered an Achilles injury too, and with their salary issues, it's gonna get messy real quick. The Knicks, the Pacers just spanked them. The Cavs, they're looking like they're on the verge of breaking apart. So when you look around the East, who's left? The Pistons? Maybe. The Magic? Maybe. But there are still big question marks because of youth and inexperience. So right now, the Pacers look like the East favorites, at least for the next 2 or 3 years. I mean, who else is going to stop him? Embiid?
Well, you gonna come to Indy? Come on.
I might want to come to Indy.
Come on, let's make it.
Never in my life.
Embiid has become one of the biggest disappointments in the league. At this point, he makes Anthony Davis look like an Iron Man. Anyway, when you look at the East, the team that looks primed to lead the conference for the next 2 or 3 years is none other than Indiana. Wouldn't it be something? The most overrated player in the league ends up as the head of the snake on the best team in the East. This is Tyrese Haliburton, a former 3-star recruit, overlooked in the draft, traded by the very team that picked him, never in the conversation for face of the league, recently voted the most overrated player in the NBA. And now?
He's not afraid of the moment. He is the moment.